How do you know when an obsession becomes a sickness? Well, here's one good indication when we're talking about collecting things. You find that one watch or that one thing, whatever it is, and that one particular model of that thing that you just fall in love with, such as I have done here with the limited edition Nubeo watches Manta, and you end up with multiple variations of it. What I'm about to show you today is a really serious limited edition. This version, only 100 pieces were made for the world. And if you're lucky, and if you're fast enough, you'll be able to get in on these and get one for yourself. Now, the version that I've got here is called the Aqua Aurora. And it is something special, something different. And as you see, one of only 100 being made. This is the exact same watch as my blue and white one. As much as I love blue with white, you can't always wear that everywhere. And if you're a little conflicted on trying to either match or contrast what you're wearing, this might make it a little bit easier because you've got navy blue, eggplant purple, a little bit of a iridescent rainbow effect going on here, and inside of the bezel with some yellow gold accents. So what you've got here is a watch of many personalities. There's a hell of a lot going on here, man. First off, this is your helium escape valve. Again, no differences between this one that I've already reviewed and this one, so you're welcome to go back to the original review if you'd like to and compare notes. It is still 50 millimeters in size with a 60 millimeter lug to lug, 21.4 millimeters in thickness, so this is a big watch. This is the watch that when I decided to do the blue and white Manta, I kind of threw my hands up in the air because I've been fighting that fight with sizes for a while. I have spent the last 15 years wearing 42 to 44 millimeter watches and making that my comfort zone. Now, all of a sudden, I'm getting sucked back in to the oversized watches. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how I feel about that. The Nubeos that I have are all oversized watches, some a little more so than others, and I've been enjoying the living hell out of them. If you would have told me 3 years ago that I was going to go back to wearing a monstrous 50 millimeter watch on my wrist and be happy about it, I would have told you were crazy. Well, I said, no, man, those days are long gone. That was the early 2000s, and that's done. But Nubeo hasn't given up on the past for whatever reason, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But every time I see a new one that I fall in love with that has either a crazy complication or an amazing design, I just leap now. Before, I had my trepidations. I would stop and go, okay, yeah, I want that complication, but I don't want to wear a watch that big. And I missed out on a handful of really awesome watches that they made. And I figured at this point, I'm not doing that again. When I see the one that I have to have, then I'm doing it. So now here, I don't know what exactly that they've done here inside of the bezel, but you've got like, it appears to be some sort of metal, and it's like an inlay that goes all the way around inside of the bezel, and that is polished and anodized in an iridescent colored finish. And the colors have a little more vibrance than the crown does and the helium escape valve. Oh, and I just realized the hardware at the lugs. Didn't realize those had the rainbow color as well. And it's kind of neat. I'm very glad they didn't do it to the buckle or the case, though. That would have been overkill. That's something I just can't do. Let's take a listen to this bezel together. It's a 120 click bezel. I think somebody wants to join the show. Let's get it to 0 and almost no pushback. Hi, baby. This is my baby girl, Vanessa. This is my pied ball python, 100% het albino. She is absolutely gorgeous and being kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, sweetheart, come back. Come back. You're going to hang out up here. That's a good girl. Okay. So you've got a 120 click bezel, loud enough to hear, tactile enough to feel, but not notchy or overly ratchety. I really like that. And you've got a nice, deeply textured black dial in there. These are 300 meters water resistant, and that's why you have the helium escape valve, because you have the capacity to be able to go down that deep. Now, you're not going to. Let's be serious here. But if you were to ever dive in a saturated environment where you needed that purge, it's got it, instead of popping the glass out and destroying the watch. This was less of an in-depth kind of review. Obviously, the blue review is going to give you a little bit more of what you're accustomed to with me. This was more just to show you, hey, here is a bitchin' new version that's available. This is a brand new version, so they're still at the full price of $490. They do have a sale going on. It has nothing to do with me. This is not like a code that I have or anything. But when you go to their website at nubeowatches.com, listed on each and every one of these is a coupon code. I think it was Manta 20, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but there is a sale going on where you can save 20%. That's a big deal, man. That's going to save you almost $100 off of that purchase. I don't know if they still have my blue one or not. And I'll be honest with you, I still prefer this one. That clean, crisp look of white and blue together is so hard to beat. And it's not often we get a chance to see blue ionic plating on cases anymore. But this one, it's kind of hard to pass up on it. To have the duality of the colors here, and they're not wildly crazy different colors. I think if it was like a toxic green and the eggplant purple, might be a little bit too much. If it was red and yellow or blue and green, too much. But there's kind of a subtle shift between blue and purple, and they go well together. And I think they go well together on this watch. So if you're looking for something wild, different, and unique, I would definitely tell you, go to NubeoWatches.com, poke around, see what they've got in stock, because they have the craziest collection of any micro brand that I know of affordable high-end complications and high-end designs. Thank you guys for joining me as always, and I'll see you on the next video.